episode 91. Thank you all for listening to episode 90, Torture Wreck, a loser named Lex. I'm Gray Lamarck here with...
Bear. B-A-R-E. Bear. That's how Jason spells it. I don't think he knows how to spell.
What if he called you Bear? Like B-A-R-E-B-E-A-R.
Could be worse. I've been called Bareback before. That's weird.
I'm kind of scared right now.
I could be a beer bear, though.
You mean Bear?
No, beer bear.
So like B-E-E-R-B-A-R-E?
Yes, beer bear.
A bear beer.
Well, I will be in 9 episodes. I will definitely be a beer bear.
That's going to be interesting.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting. I'm excited for some burrs.
The pod beats Patty Boggs.
Yeah.
Just watched that again over the weekend when I was in Portland. It's pretty interesting.
That's a good episode.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Wait, which one, though?
The pod beats Boggs.
Okay. Well, because they do the ladies, too.
That one was okay.
I didn't like it as much, but...
No, it was still solid.
First one's always the best one.
With Mac and Charlie, except Godfather 2 and Terminator 2.
Terminator 2 is definitely better than Terminator 1. Godfather 2, I don't think so. I like Godfather 1 more. It's close, but
they're close.
Personal preference. But Terminator 2, much better than Terminator 1.
Dark Knight was better than Batman Begins.
Well, Batman Begins doesn't count. That movie sucked.
I liked it. I
mean,
thought
it
Liam
set
Neeson
it up,
was a good
but-
Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, yeah, if I just wanted to... I mean, it took me... I can't tell you how many times I watched that movie before I
12 years?
actually... It's probably pretty close. I fell asleep so many times. Like, if I wanted to fall asleep, I'd put that movie on. I'd be out in like 10 minutes.
Well, they're probably.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
That's
okay.
no joke. I did. That was the movie I'd fall. And Dark Knight, too, sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. And then, Pattinson's a new Batman, which is a good choice. And they're trying to get... He's a solid choice. Unfortunately, everybody... If you've seen him in anything other than Twilight, then you'd know it was a good choice.
I've seen like half of Twilight, so I don't know.
I
haven't. I don't even know what else he's been in besides Twilight.
It's all indie stuff, and he's a really good actor. They're trying to get Vanessa Kirby to play Catwoman.
I don't know who that is.
If you saw, she was in the most recent Mission Impossible. She was the blonde, and then she's also in the new Hobbs and Shaw Fast and Furious movie. She's Hattie Shaw, which is Deckard and Owen Shaw's sister. She's the blonde in the previews. I think she'd be solid for Catwoman. It'll be fun. I mean,
better than Halle Berry?
Halle Berry is terrible.
Okay, I'm leaving.
All right. Well, see you later. Well, I guess the show's over. I guess we'll have to move on.
All right, I came back.
All right. Yeah, I was
just
about to
don't
say,
ever say that again. I'll just pretend like you didn't say it.
Okay, here, how's
move on.
this? The movie sucked.
That's fair. I'm just saying. Halle Berry was a hot Catwoman.
Yeah,
I don't
she
care
was
how
hot.
shitty her acting was.
The movie was
She's
awful.
smoking hot.
Yeah, she's hot. I'll agree to that.
Thank you. All right.
You're
I'll
welcome.
stay.
All right, perfect. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, the first and primary sponsor of Over the Line Sports Podcast. Thank you, Brandon, over there. Looking forward to the shirts. I did get him the email with all the stuff we need on our shirts, so it should be looking good.
Awesome.
Thanks to Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. He actually did want to support our shirts, and I said, well, they're already taken care of, so you might be supporting beer or the food purchase from not from Jed's, from Frickers.
How about he supports my yard?
Well, he could do that, but it's highly unlikely, but I wish you luck.
I mean, I really, really could use some weeds pulled and some mulch down, and I'm not going to do it. So I know Sean's probably not listening from his flip phone, but yeah, that would be nice. I'll have to chat his ear off about that.
Yeah, he needs to come take care of some business, get some lawns done, some
Not even
landscaping.
I don't even care about the
You just
lawn.
want the weeds done in the landscaping.
I just want my area that has like a whole bunch of shitty weeds pulled and then put like, good stuff in there, not crap ass plants or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a landscaper. I'm not a botanist. I'm not a green thumb or whatever the hell they call it. That's not me.
I don't have a green thumb.
No, I don't.
No green thumbs
My thumbs
here.
are white.
Your thumbs are white?
They're kind of red right now.
Yeah. They look pretty solid, though.
Salad?
Salad. I like me some salad.
Now, that would be a green thumb.
Now, do you think Sean from Crandall's Quality Lawn Care is going to be able to hang during the podcast, episode 100?
It's going to be tough because he likes his Henny. And I know when he drinks like 3 beers, it all goes to he starts getting a little bit more drunk. Which is crazy because, I mean, he drank like a half a bottle of Henny and be fine, but he has 3 beers and he gets hammered. I just don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me. I feel like it should much be the other way around.
It could be. I'm excited to see, Nick's going to carry this team, and I'm counting on him. Beer League. And then what do we have? We have Cody joining us.
Yep.
Big and Tasty. What's that all about?
Big and Tasty. That was his gamer tag on Xbox when we were in high school.
I like it.
Dead serious. That's why that was the first thing that came to my head, and I was like, yep, that's what we're doing.
Big and Tasty.
Yep.
And then we've got...
Because if you remember, McDonald's had a sandwich out at the time called the Big and Tasty. That's where he got it from because he's fat.
And then we got Bear. We got Stat Parrot. We've got Shiv. The Shiv. I called him The Shiv. Gray Lamarck. Who else is there?
Dub.
B-Dub. So us 4. Beer League. Big and Tasty. The Shiv. And 30-6.
Oh, God. Yes. That should be good.
I don't know what number I gave him. I think I tried to give him an S for his number.
Could have given him a 6.
He's literally .30-06 is his name.
Yeah. That'll be good. I think that, what do we have? 3 hours?
Well, we have as long as we want to finish 100 beers.
Well, I mean, we could sit there for 10 hours and finish 100 beers.
I'm trying to get it done in 4 hours, 1 to 5.
4 hours.
That's because there's going to be a lot of peeing.
True. Maybe I'll just go in my pants. There'll be less getting up, more time to drink.
So what if we had an IV straight of beer into the arm?
Sounds deadly.
Okay.
Sounds deadly. Probably not. It's a little bit too far. We'll just open the cans and drink the old school way. Or bottles, maybe.
Yeah. Can I get a rum and Coke, please?
Yeah.
Why are you eating chicken? That's why they called him the Chicken Man. He ate a chicken before every game. And he's like, rum and Coke would taste good with my chicken.
Yeah. Oh, God. What a great
It's a beer drinking contest. But always still good. So
we could have a rum and Coke drinking contest.
God.
I'll be at the bar afterwards.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. All right. So thank you to Sean at Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area. And not. Perfect.
Oh, is that the Ukraine? Nope. South of that. Serbia? Bosnia.
No, we already went to Bosnia. You were over here earlier.
It was right on the Serbian-Romanian line right there.
It was?
Go up. That large city. It starts with a T. Looks like dinosaur or something like that.
Timisoara, which is, I believe, in Romania, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Timisoara, Romania.
Look at that.
Looks
72
pretty nice.
degrees right now. Looks
2:25 in the morning.
Not bad. That's Jesus. Well, I guess that's just like here right now.
Right. So Crandall's Quality Lawn Care serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not Timisoara, Romania. Give them a call, 419-704-5471. Except if you live in Point Place or Timisoara, Romania, he will handle all of your quality landscaping needs. Thank you to Verizon, a true technology business partner who helps local businesses deploy technologies that positively impact operations and can increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, we do not wait for the future, we build it. Go to their website, get in touch with a sales rep in your area. Thank you to Cassandra at PNC, who can help you with your banking needs, whether it be loans, credit cards, personal banking. She's there to help. Give her a call, 419-877-0634. And, of course, thank you to Ben Meyer, Yard Chrysler, Jeep Dodge Ram, Central Avenue Strip in Toledo. Check them out. I've got a truck. You've got a truck. The Wing Stat Parrot has a truck. And then Diet SUV Dub is he's good to go over there, too. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. So now we've got some Justin on the Twitter. Justin on the Twitter gave us a simple thing here. What is the biggest free agent signing in the NBA so far?
Oh, man. That's a tough one. I think it's Clay re-signing with Golden State because I don't think really many people saw that happening. I think a lot of people saw Clay going to the Lakers or out of Golden State in general. So him re-signing with Golden State, I think, is the biggest because I think everyone knew Durant was leaving, and I don't think that's a big signing because he's not playing this year.
Right.
But Clay re-signing with Golden State and staying there, I mean, they still keep a good core. that took them to the finals with Steph, Clay, and Draymond. They just couldn't win against a healthy LeBron team. They could beat LeBron when there were players out, but they couldn't beat LeBron with a full team, which is why they went and got Durant.
Right. And, now, which we'll talk about more, the Lakers, who they signed. I think the biggest free agent signing, whoever gets Kawhi is going to be it. I know there's talk of the Lakers, Clippers, and he could stay in Toronto. He's just playing it quiet. He doesn't care. He's doing his thing, man.
Taking his sweet-ass time. The one that kind of is going under the radar that I don't think a lot of people are thinking about, too, Hassan Whiteside to Portland. That's huge.
Well, that was a trade, though, right?
I mean, it's a sign-in trade. That's same thing, more or less. And the free agency, I think, is where he was getting at with that. Nurkic is already there. Nurkic
hurt.
Is a good 5. Yeah, obviously he's hurt. Lillard signed a supermax before free agency started.
Right.
And McCollum's staying.
Right.
So Nurkic will be healthy by he should be healthy by the beginning of the year because I think he got hurt in December. And now you add Hassan Whiteside to the mix.
I thought he got hurt later in the year.
I don't know if it was that late. It might have been around the All-Star break, sometime around then.
Let's look at that.
But I think that having another big man there is huge because you saw that Golden State struggled with big men in the finals and throughout the playoffs, honestly, because they don't really have one of their own. Boogie was there, but he was injured. He wasn't out 100%.
It was in March. I called it.
Good. And what was it? His Achilles?
No, he broke his leg.
Oh yeah, I was right. That was a nasty one where he snapped it.
It was gross.
So that, like I said, he'll be back by the beginning of the year, if not by November.
I was happy, as a Celtics fan, that I feel like, they lost Horford, whatever. They were going to have to pay him a shitload, but they signed Enes Kanter for $10 million over 2 years. I'm good with that as a Celtics fan. I know people are like, "Oh, you guys lost this, you lost that. You don't have Kyrie." And like I said last year, Kyrie, I didn't think they do better. Kyrie's a better player than many guys on the Celtics team, but he doesn't mesh, as you see. He doesn't mesh well with other guys. In Brooklyn, I give it time. When KD comes back and they basically argue over whose team it is, I don't think, Brooklyn's going to do this and win a title. I don't see it because I just don't think that Kyrie meshes well with people.
I mean, if Kawhi ends up going out west, then not this year, but next year, that's going to go right through Brooklyn and Boston. Because really, besides that, the East.
What about Philly?
I mean, adding Horford isn't anything exciting. I mean, he's going to
be... They paid Tobias a shitload of money, which and I agreed was way too much.
And they're about to sign Simmons to a max.
Yeah, $170 million, saw that.
Nothing's set in stone on that yet, but that was the latest breaking news about an hour ago of what they had. So, and Simmons, I think, is overrated. He's good. I just think he's overrated of what they think he is. Redick's gone, so they don't really have a great spot shooter. Simmons can't shoot. Right. He's a terrible shooter. Tobias is a good role player. We were kind of talking about that yesterday. Horford, for what he is, I mean, he'll be fine. He'll be an okay 4, and he's good, and he can play 30 minutes a game and get you productive stats. If Embiid gets in foul trouble, he can play the 5 if he needs to. I don't think Philly improved. I think they stayed the same,
right?
In my opinion. This is a shooting league now. It's not a throw the ball down low and dominate league. You still have to have shooters, and right now they really don't. So we're going to see how that one turns out, but I don't think it's going to be as good as what people think. I mean, they're, like I said, they're still going to be good. They're just not going to be there, in my opinion.
And how do you think Milwaukee, they re-signed Middleton?
Re-signed Brook Lopez.
Re-signed Brook.
They traded, who'd they trade? Brogdon, I think?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll be fine. You still got Giannis. I mean, they're still going to be good. Brook getting 4 years, $52 million is kind of funny, though. I think that's an awful lot of money, honestly. But we'll see. With Middleton, though, like I said, he's still solid. Giannis, obviously, is probably he was the best player this year. He was MVP, and I think he'll be that probably the next couple of years. But he needs to totally take over that team. Getting the playoff experience they got this year was huge. I think they needed that, and I think that's why they kind of failed right down the stretch there. So now having that playoff experience, it'll be really good for them. But we'll see. Like I said, the East is still weak. They haven't really gotten anything. But if Kawhi stays in Toronto, no one's really moved from that team. I'm pretty sure that they will go to the finals this year. Now, when Durant's healthy with DeAndre and Kyrie, then yeah, maybe that's a different story. But if Kawhi stays in Toronto, I think that they'll definitely be going right to the finals this year.
What do you think about Jimmy Butler going to Miami?
He's just following Dwayne Wade. They went to Marquette. They played in Chicago. Now he's going to Miami. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I see why he didn't want to go to Houston. He doesn't want to be the super team guy. He doesn't want to be I think he wants to do it even though he went to Philly. Well, I think he got traded to Philly. But even though he went to Philly and it wasn't really considered a super team, but I mean, let him have. I mean, Miami was 2 games out of the playoffs this year, so they need that. But they also just lost Whiteside, so that doesn't help. They got a young team though. Jimmy Butler would be a good veteran leader on a young team like Miami. And, certainly can get in that 6th, 7th, 8th spot this year. I don't think they'll be any better than that. But, he wants to play in South Beach. Wouldn't you want to play in South Beach?
Yeah.
Good place to play basketball.
What about Ricky Rubio to the Suns?
I think that's good. I like Rubio. I've always liked Rubio. And he would be great. He's going to be great to facilitate to Devin Booker. And that dude can score. Mm-hmm. So I like that. Takes the ball to Booker's hands more. Gets a facilitator in there, a guy who can go for a triple-double, low end. He's like, Rajon Rondo pretty much. Dude can put up 10, 10, 10 every night if he wanted to. So I think that's good for them. I wish Brandon was here because I'd love to ask him about Derrick Rose to the Pistons. Made me laugh my ass off. I don't know about you.
Yeah, who else did they just pick up? They were picking up somebody today.
They were going to sign, they were interested in JaVale McGee, but I don't know if they ever signed him or not. Did they sign him?
I don't know.
I know that they're interested in him. But yeah, I thought that was comical. I mean, I saw someone post somewhere that the Pistons would be contenders in 2012 right now. Made me laugh. D. Rose, JaVale McGee, Blake Griffin. I don't know if Andre was in the league in 2012, but, it's kind of funny. Made me chuckle.
It would be a good chuckle. Brad Wanamaker returning to the Celtics. Great.
Who's that?
He was one of their D-League guys. Now he's back. He's 2-year deal again, so he's going to back up essentially Enes Kanter.
Jesus. I'm just going through the free. Bogdanovich signed with Utah, 4 years, $73 million.
That's what I'm saying, man. How much money people are getting is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
How about Jamal Murray stayed with Denver, 5 years, $170 million. Iguodala got traded to Memphis. I know you saw that, right?
Yep. And that was, what was that? That was a part of something. I can't. Oh, that was part of the. I think the D'Angelo deal is that they had to get rid of him or something like that.
Right.
They had to trade him for cash, and yeah, Andre was not happy about that.
How about Muscala to Oklahoma City?
It'll be all right. Mm-hmm. Mike Muscala has been just a decent role player, so we can't be too mad about that. I saw Porzingis got his max, 5-year, 158.
What about Taj Gibson and Julius Randle to the Knicks?
Poor Knicks. I mean, don't get me wrong. Taj Gibson's old. I mean, he can still give you a good 32, just like a solid 32 minutes. Julius Randle, I love. I think he's a great player, and he's getting thrown into a shitty situation right now. It's unfortunate. He's got to go to the Knicks. But 3 years, $63 million, he deserves it. Too bad he has to leave New Orleans for that. But it is what it is. Yeah, the Knicks, all these hopes and dreams and everything, and their best player they got has been Julius Randle. Isn't that just terrible?
It is terrible, but it is what it is. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I'm not a Knicks fan, so I really honestly don't care. I didn't realize though in the Jimmy Butler the sign and trade that Josh Richardson went to Philadelphia, so that's good.
Yeah, he's there.
He is more of a shooter, so that's great. And then Thaddeus Young went to the Bulls. The Bulls are slowly making decent moves. Like, it's weird. I think they got Kobe White in the draft, who's going to be solid, and they got Thad Young. They got already Lauri Markkanen, Wendell Carter Jr. I think that the Bulls, they're not going to be a playoff team this year, but they're going to definitely a young, up-and-coming team. It's going to be pretty solid going forward. See what happened. New Orleans Newell re-signed with Oklahoma City. I don't know if Derek Favors, did he ever sign with New Orleans? They know if that ever happened?
Don't know.
And then obviously the shocker on Sunday night was D'Angelo traded to Golden State. Golden State obviously getting rid of Durant is now an even smaller team. They'll probably re-sign Boogie, but I think what they said is they're going to trade him. He doesn't fit there. I don't think they want him there. I think they're just doing this to get some sort of maybe cap space out of this Durant thing. I don't know how all this shit works, but it's kind of what it sounds like. D'Angelo Russell is not going to play there all year, if he even plays there at all, to be honest with you. If he gets traded before the season, I wouldn't be shocked. I really wouldn't, especially if it's the Lakers. My opinion. Jamal Murray got a 5-year, $170 million extension.
Right.
Damn. Clippers keeping Pat Beverly is huge. He was rumored to go to L.A., and that would have been big. Lakers. He's already with the Clippers. So the Lakers, Pat Beverly is probably the best defensive point guard in the league. And for the Clippers to have that, I think that's kind of why I'm leaning on Kawhi going there. I don't think he wants to play with LeBron in L.A. and AD. I think he'd rather go to the Clippers or he's going to stay in Toronto. I think those are the only two options left for him, in my opinion. I don't know about you.
Well, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be shocked if he went to L.A. You know, whatever happens with LeBron's kid, LeBron's going to go play with him. He's made that clear. He wants to play with his son, and he's going to, no matter where his son gets drafted.
Yeah. That'll be his last year.
That's where, yeah, exactly. It'll be his last year. That's probably when Boston gets him. They get LeBron Jr., and then they end up with LeBron. Oh, that would suck. And then you already mentioned Brook Lopez. I don't think we mentioned Kemba Walker to the Celtics.
Yep, we did not. We kind of skipped that because those were that happened like before the deadline. Everyone knew it was going to, just like Kyrie, going to the Nets. We all knew about it, but I mean, you're a Celtics fan, obviously. My opinion of it is that they're too small. Cantor was a good pickup. They needed that, but they need another
bigger.
They need another big man because I think what's Tatum 6'8", and he's their tallest player outside of Cantor.
Oh, you got 6'10". You got homeboy Hayward.
I don't think he's 6'10".
Is he?
I don't think so. I think Hayward's like 6'6".
I thought he was like 6'10".
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm
dude, Horford was
6'8".
Horford was 6'9", and
so
he
6'8",
was like,
so right in between what we said.
Yeah, I mean, you get Aaron Baines, who's like 7 foot, but that's Aaron Baines,
and he's gone. And Jaylen Brown's only 6'7".
Yeah. Oh, they're all like Brown's 6'7", he's lanky. Tatum's like 6'7", he's lanky. I think Kemba's a good pickup. The dude can score. I like him on that team.
Tatum's 6'8".
They're going to be fast. They're going to be really fast this year.
Yeah.
The problem is that they're going to run into,
Kemba's 6'1".
Yeah, they're going to run into issues. And I mean, Kyrie was 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to just run into issues with, teams that are a little bit bigger, I think. But they're going to outrun a lot of teams this year. And I think Kemba, he doesn't turn the ball over as much. I think he wants to be there. He's out of Charlotte. He's in a winning organization right now, so I think that's going to be even better for Kemba. He obviously, we watched him in March with UConn, and that incredible run they went on.
That was insane.
And that pressure is no biggie for Kemba Walker. He hits big shots day after day after day. So I don't think there'll be any pressure of playing with a shitty team for 7 years or whatever, and then going to a good team with a historic, probably one of the best basketball franchises besides the Lakers. So I think I think it's good for him. What they said was that 5 years, 4 years
to the Celtics.
Yeah,
4.
Let's see. Austin Rivers went to the Rockets. I like that. A good backup behind Chris Paul. Austin Rivers is solid. Nothing wrong with that at all. I think that's good. He gets away from the Clippers. Just get him the hell out of there with that whole situation he had.
He played for Dad.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate. Knicks got Elfie Payton from Orlando. I mean, I thought he was a pretty good point guard. I like him going there. He can put up numbers, but he's inconsistent. Still not bad, though. Did we talk about Comiskey to the Suns?
Just briefly mentioned.
Just briefly, yep. Not bad either. Wesley Matthews signed with the Bucks today. Not bad. Wesley Matthews is a good 3, 32 years old, but he's a 38% three-point shooter, so it's not that bad. I mean, it's a good role player to have right there.
Where do you think Boogie goes?
I think he stays in Golden State.
Okay.
I do. Alex Burks went to the Thunder. He was in Cleveland last year. They got him in a trade, I think, earlier in the year and then got rid of him. But it'll be good. I mean, yeah, of course, this is the worst part of being a Cavs fan, and they suck, is that I don't think I've seen one free agent acquisition or move or anything for them. It's like, wow, this is great. Just boring. Let's see. Kevin Looney re-signed with Golden State. I mean, he had a good postseason, but I think he sucks. I really don't think he's that good. It's just a little bit odd, honestly. Jordan Bell went to the Timberwolves. He played for Golden State. He's a good young. Golden State getting rid of him, not great. What do you think about Isaiah Thomas with the Wizards?
Give him an opportunity. It's
former Celtic.
Cheap. Got to prove himself again. We'll see if he does.
I think he could. Obviously be playing behind John Wall, but I think he can. Let's see. Jeff Green signed with the Jazz, and Willie Cauley-Stein will sign with Golden State, which that's pretty big. Mm-hmm. He's a good big, and he, if I'm not mistaken, played with Boogie in Sacramento for a year or two, right? Yep. That leads me to believe then Boogie will definitely re-sign with Golden State if they bring them back together, which would be big because then they get two bigs and you get Boogie healthy for a year. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. It will be. The NBA season is going to be good. The Cavs are going to be in dead last in the NBA. So I don't really have much to look forward to except all these new players on new teams. Definitely, I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of it because I do love the NBA, but I obviously like seeing my team do well.
Right.
With no LeBron, what are you going to do? So it'll be a year of watching other talent and probably watching a lot of Brooklyn. I'll probably get a lot of those East Coast games. I'm too old to stay up on the West Coast and watch those games anymore, except on like a Friday night when I've had too many drinks, get something to do. But it should be a fun year, and obviously, the biggest free agent, in my opinion, Kawhi, is still out there. So we'll see what he does, see if where he signs. I think he's going to the Clippers. You want to give a where you think he's going before? I mean, he might not even sign next week. Hell, we might be just predicting this every week. When the hell is Kawhi going to sign?
When does Kawhi sign? I think in the next week. Where does he go? I wish he would just stay in Toronto, but
so do I. But I think he's going to the Clippers.
You're probably right.
The West, you're gonna, it'll be absolutely amazing. East will be blah again. So that, for right now, pretty much wraps up all the NBA free agency. That was a lot. I mean, it's been
a shitload.
And they said this year that 40% of the NBA players were restricted or unrestricted free agents. They said it's the most ever. That's insane. So there's still going to be a lot more movement, obviously, with a lot of guys under that you don't see a lot, but still you got a couple of big stars left that need to sign, and there still could be trades. There's a whole bunch that could go on. I mean, it's only been 3 days since we've done this. 2 days, Sunday, Monday, and today. So almost going on a third day here. Still a lot to go. A lot of NBA left, and it's still early. So it should be pretty good. Obviously, we'll update everyone and give our opinion on what we think is going to happen. And maybe once all the free agency is over, we'll give even though we already did, but we'll give another way too early NBA playoff prediction.
Oh, I'm sure we will. And I don't know what's going to happen yet. It should be interesting, but
well, so far from last week, what we got, I had Toronto over Houston. Parrot had Lakers over Sixers, and you have Clippers over Bucks. So, I mean, none of us really are out of that at all right now.
That's hoping that Kawhi goes to
the Clippers, and I have him staying in Toronto there. So I've already flipped my script over a week, and you want him to stay in Toronto, but you think he's going to the Clippers. So,
well, I want him to stay there, but I think he's going to the Clippers. I think it'd be a good story, but it will be interesting, my friend.
Yes, it will. All right. Did you watch NASCAR last week? Because I didn't.
Nope.
Chicago, right? I don't even know who won the race.
Well, next on the agenda, I have the NHL free agency.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. You're skipping over a little bit.
I like skipping over things.
That's okay. So do I sometimes. So, in the NHL free agency, the Blue Jackets lost all of their guys. Their big three.
Who was the biggest one that went to the Rangers?
Panarin.
Panini?
Artemi
What
Panini.
kind?
A winger. He's the highest paid winger in the league now.
So like chicken panini.
Chicken winger. The chicken panini.
You can go for a good chicken panini.
Bobrovsky, he left. Duchesne left.
Where'd he go? See, this is what I don't like. They don't cover the shit as much as they should.
Well, first off, let's just go down the line here. So the Rangers, they got
the dude.
The Panini. They got Panini, and they made him the highest paid winger. But also, Joe Pavelski from the Sharks left. He went to Dallas.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of shit going on right now. So Bobrovsky, did he go to the Canadians?
That's what I don't know. I didn't even know this happened until right now.
Yes, he went to the. Wait a minute.
He left.
Or he went to Florida. Where the hell did he go?
Oh, I like it. Well, yeah, I mean, the Rangers getting old Panini there with Kapakako, who they drafted. I mean, the Rangers are going to be solid this year.
Right.
They're building something. And so are the Stars, man. Getting Jesus Christ. Pavelski, excuse me. I mean, the Sharks captains normally don't get traded. That does not happen. Getting the Sharks captain to Dallas. I mean, Dallas almost beat St. Louis. I think they were up 3-2 in that series, if I recall.
Right.
And lost the last two. So that's big for Dallas.
If there was tampering in the NHL, you would have seen it with Duchesne going to the Predators. So they all knew it was going to happen. It was very obvious that Duchesne wanted to go to the Predators. Hence, they traded PK Subban to New Jersey Devils. So it's pretty interesting to see. The Penguins traded Kessel.
I did see that to Arizona, so that sucks for Kessel because Arizona's trash.
Yeah,
but it's Phil the Thrill, so maybe he'll make them good.
And they got a couple guys out of that, but we'll see. And that's really all I have for hockey. I don't know if you have anything else, but
no. I mean, Valtteri. I call him Flippy. Filppula.
Is
back with the Wings.
Yep, saw that.
That's great. His shining moment, I think, was in the 2008 Cup when he was tripped blatantly and scored on. I think it was it Fleury at the time? Was he goaltender there? 2008. Yeah.
I mean, he was like 22, 23.
He was coming through the lane in the he was coming through the lane in the Cup Finals, and I can't remember who. I couldn't remember off the top of my head, but someone tripped him right in the middle, and he just flipped it up through. It's like one of his biggest Detroit goals ever, and it's the one that they re-show all the time there. So that was I like that for Detroit. They signed another defenseman, so they're Yzerman going defense heavy. He knows
Stevie
what he's doing.
Y, my man.
He knows what he's doing, man. I don't. He could sign me, and I'd be like, okay, I think he knows what he's doing here. Yeah. It makes no sense, but
he could sign Nick. Would be like, he shoots a crazy slap shot.
He's been playing a lot of hockey, so I mean, I don't want him to because anytime he's always like, oh yeah, there's scouts at the game last night. I said, yeah, there aren't scouts at beer league games. And he played one tournament with Evan Rankin and has his phone number. So now he's like, oh, look who texts me. It's Evan Rankin. I'm like, oh my God, Nick, shut up. That's all that.
That's what he texted him for, right?
That's all that it is now, and it's just like,
look who texts me, Evan Rankin.
I'm like, here we go again.
Look who slid into my Twitter DMs, Barry Church, when I was down in Dallas.
It's all that I get all the time. I'm just like, oh my God. He'll just randomly screenshot it and send it to me. I'm like, stop. I don't care.
I hope Evan listens to this show like, great, I have a swim fan.
That would be funny.
Except now, what do we call that? Ice fan? Skate fan?
If he does listen, he can come on.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Did he get picked back up with Toledo, or did he go somewhere else?
No, he still works in Toledo. I know that. He
really?
lives in the area and works here, but no, he's done with hockey. He retired.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he doesn't play hockey anymore. I think
the Walleye retooled. Like, they lost a lot of guys.
Yeah, but they got Nagel. He was re-signed by Grand Rapids. Stormy was re-signed, which was awesome.
Stormy.
There's a couple guys like Brian Moore who I hope they re-sign. They haven't yet, but they are talking about it. So I'm really hoping that they get him back for another year in Grand Rapids. There was one more that they re-signed, and I can't remember who it was, but I saw Storm, so I was really excited about that. But yeah, no, keeping Nagel is huge. The thing is, what worries me is that he'll be in Grand Rapids because he's really good.
He's solid.
That's my thought. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I hope he stays in Toledo.
Was Grand Rapids goalie getting called up to Detroit?
No, because Jimmy Howard's still there. And Detroit got a goalie as well.
Hold on. We're going to have to. I wanted you to see. Here it is. Boom. You didn't get to see it.
Impressive.
Yeah. So when they cut it, and I think it's because we're looking at the highlights from Raw. Monday Night Raw, it's WWE. I know it's our other show.
Yeah.
Shut up. And so sorry to you fans. But look, I mean, watch this in slow-mo. This is kind of nuts. Like, takes that bump. They both go through. It's like, ugh, Transformers blowing.
That hurt.
So I think they're going to end up redoing that whole set is what this is. Maybe this killed this set. This is how it was for 5 minutes. That.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
So it makes it seem serious.
Well, yeah, because it's like the old school shit. It's like when they first started. I don't like that.
And Braun is injured, so this is probably going to put him out for a while because they said Braun is still in the hospital. Bobby Lashley's out. Braun is legit injured, so I think this just kind of writes him off.
All that.
Yeah.
That's smart.
This writes him off. Should be good. And I laughed so much, and we'll talk about it on the wrestling show, at Drake Maverick. You weren't on. Yeah, were you on? We were talking about Drake Maverick, how he did it at his wedding.
Yes.
The 24/7 title, and he wanted it. So he's with his wife in the front row on Raw, and they're there, and then, No Way Jose comes out, and at the end of the line is R-Truth with the belt just dancing along. So he lays up on the barricade and just lays down right in front of Drake Maverick, just waiting for him to pin him. And he's just like this. Drake Maverick looks to pin him, and he looks over at his wife, and she just stands up. But by the end of the night, he did hit him with his suitcase while his wife was gone to the bathroom, got the title, and they left.
Nice.
So I think that is the highlight of the show. Last night, we'll talk about it on wrestling, but I like covering it because we got this on right now. It's Tuesday, by the way, for sports. But
yep.
The AJ Styles fought Ricochet again last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was another great match. Ricochet won this time. AJ Styles won last week. Ricochet keeps his title, and AJ turned heel.
Good.
Back with Gallows and Anderson.
Good. Yeah,
they brought back the pack.
We'll talk more about it then before people start turning this off.
Yeah. Sorry. So back to sports.
The last thing I see with hockey is that Nyquist signed with the Blue Jackets. He was a Red Wing for feels like the last 10 years.
Which one?
Gustav Nyquist.
Oh, okay.
Goose. So yeah, he signed with the Blue Jackets.
Nyquist.
So
you know who I haven't heard from in a while?
Who's that?
You know who I haven't heard from in a while? My boy, man, Sergei
Crosby.
Fedorov.
Sidney Crosby.
Sergei Fedorov.
Well, hockey's over. He's retired to the cold, bare winter of Russia.
Well, can he give me a one call in for his free agent thoughts? Best signing so far, in accordance with Sergei.
Is Fedorov signed?
No.
Then nobody.
Okay.
Any Russian sign?
Well, yeah, several.
Oh, I don't know. I've been in Igloo last month.
With Popov?
Yes, very happy. Very happy. Drink a lot of Popov since Boston lose. Very happy, St. Louis. Even though I picked Boston, like idiot. Probably drunk on Popov when I picked them.
Well, who was the Russian that won for St. Louis?
Konstantinov? No, that was Red Wing.
Is that the guy that's a quadriplegic?
Yes. Limo accent. Very sad. Very sad.
What about
Tarasenko?
Tarasenko.
Yes, Vladimir Tarasenko.
Now,
very happy.
What did you think about St. Louis bringing that young girl that had cancer onto the ice, let her hoist the Stanley Cup with him, kiss the cup?
I like that. That's very nice. Even though she's not Russian, little girl, there's one little soft spot in heart right for that. Other than that, fuck everything else.
Well,
just that.
Popov has a soft spot.
No, Popov gives bad heartburn. I get older. Not good. Yes, that's why I have to stay in Igloo where it's cold. Keep heart pressure low.
How's your polar bear doing, Alexander Ovechkin?
He's good. He's actually eating fish right now. He's hunting for us. Yes, dinner. But he eat all the fish before he bring it back.
What kind of fish you got out there?
Walleye.
Of course you would have walleye.
Popov fish.
Popov. Walleye stuffed with Popov. Do they just swim in Popov?
No, that's what we cook. Instead of, we don't boil water, we boil vodka. Put fish in vodka. Yes.
So you have vodka. That would probably be pretty good. I think we're going to have to try that.
We may have to. Yes.
I like it. Well, thank you, Sergey, for coming out of retirement for this last show.
Yes, unless something big happened in Russia with importance, no, I retire till October when NHL back.
So we got, 3 months. So we'll see you in, that's 12 weeks, 13 weeks, 26 episodes.
Yes,
we'll see about episode 117.
Me and the bear have to hibernate.
You and the bear have to hibernate.
Yes.
We'll tell Mr. Alexander Ovechkin, the bear, that we'll see him soon.
Yes. Bye, fucker.
Thank you, Sergey. Bear, I don't know. What do you think is the best signing? Even you can include trades here. What do you think is the best so far?
Obviously, I like what the Rangers did.
Yeah,
I do, but I like Jesus Christ, why can't I say that?
Pavelski?
Pavelski.
3 years, $21 million.
I like Pavelski to the start. Dude, I'm just saying you don't get captains a lot. You don't get them traded a lot. It just doesn't happen. So I think that the Stars getting him, like I said, they were 1 game away from beating St. Louis and going to the Cup Finals. They could not close that. So I think that's going to be huge for Dallas. I think that could put them right there over the brink. They still have a young team. They really didn't get rid of anybody. Yeah. They got Corey Perry from Anaheim.
Because where's that kid from a few years ago that was good? They got drafted first overall. Oh, what the hell's that kid's name? Jack Hughes? No, he got drafted this year. Where did he go? Oh, he went to the Devils.
Yes, he went to the Devils. Yes, he did. What year was it?
Like 15.
Yeah, no, I can't. I mean, I don't. Dallas, like I said, Dallas had Tyler Seguin, but he's a little bit older. I think he would have been past 15. We don't have a stat parrot, so Mark's got to look it up. Gray Lamarck. Is
this I'll find it out while we're thinking about it. So you had, because I'm trying to figure out who the hell he plays for. Oh, McDavid, duh, Edmonton.
Yes, Connor McDavid. Yep.
Yeah, because look at this. Here you go. So this is the last 15 first-round pick, or number 1 overall picks. You know how sometimes number 1 overall picks are bust in any sport. Here you go. So 05 you had Crosby. 04 you had Ovechkin. Malkin was the number 2 pick that year.
Jesus.
So think about this. In 03, it was 03 or 06. I can't remember. Maybe it was 06. So in 04... Malkin was the second pick. In 05, Crosby was the first pick. And in 06, I think Fleury was the second pick.
Damn.
And then 2 years later in the Cup final? That's insane. And then McDavid in 15, Patrick Kane in 07, Steven Stamkos 08. Yep. You had Tavares in 09, Austin Matthews in 2016.
Plays for Toronto.
Yep. McKinnon for Colorado.
Yep.
Taylor Hall for Edmonton. And Rasmus Dahlin for the Sabres. That was last year. He's defense. Aaron Ekblad. God, I can't. These damn names, man.
Ekblad.
Yes.
He's defense too, I think.
Yes, he is.
Florida?
Yeah, he's with Florida. Nico Hirscher.
Never heard of him.
He was New Jersey Devils. Ryan Nugent Hopkins, Edmonton in 2011. Eric Johnson. And then the bust. There was one bust. Nail Yakupov, Russian. Bust. No longer in the NHL.
Interesting.
So, we'll see what happens. Jack Hughes, I think, is the real deal. I think he's the best thing there since Connor McDavid is in terms of number 1 overall
skill.
Picks.
Yeah.
He's solid. And like we said, you had Sergei Bobrovsky, and you had asked where he went, right?
Yes.
So he went to Florida.
Florida, yes. And that's where they drafted the goalie, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much they're going to have Bob for 2 years until this kid's ready and then have him. So it's kind of a smart little plan there for Florida if they can fill up a hockey arena.
And, well, we'll see if they do. They can't do any worse than Tampa Bay Rays. Were you on that episode where we said that they might split with Montreal?
Yeah. Well, games? I wasn't there, but I did hear that, which was odd.
Yeah, and then Duchesne, like we said, he went to Nashville.
Yep.
So Columbus, they probably aren't going to make the playoffs. They lost their top 3 guys.
Yep. Yeah, that's not going to be good. It's going to be a rough season.
No, it is. I totally agree.
It might be worse than Detroit this year.
I agree. So let's go to NASCAR. Chicagoland this past weekend. Our picks were bad, but we're starting to get to that point. Even though I had Harvick was my pick this week, and he finished 14th.
Yes.
Yeah. McMurray. Funny thing. So, Stat Parrot took McMurray. I forgot that McMurray retired at the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So, he got a 39, but he's still beating us. So his two worst finishes this year. So listen to this. He's got a 39 and a 40 because, one, he didn't pick, and two, the guy retired. His worst finish that he actually picked is 24th.
Not bad.
Stat Parrot.
Not bad.
So I was 14th. Ty Dillon for you was 35th. Paul Menard was 21st. And the Stat Parrot had retired guys, so we gave him a 39 because there was 38 racers. This week, by the way, the winner. Did you see who won?
No.
Bowman. He won a race.
Of course he did. The race, no one picks him. I picked him.
You picked him 3 weeks ago. He finished 14th.
Son of a bitch.
Brandon picked him when he finished second. I don't even think I've picked him yet. You know what? I may change my pick here. You think he can go back to back?
Why not? I mean, Hendrick's going to have a fast car. If you've looked at where Hendrick cars have qualified the last 3 or 4 races, dude, they've all been like top 20. All 4 have been top 20 the last few races. It's been insane. Their cars have been on fire. And I have another Hendrick left, but I don't really.
Well, see, I was going to take Ty Dillon, who the last 2 races here has finished 5th and 6th. But I think I'm switching my pick. I'm going to make it right now. I'm going to take Bowman, man. I'm going to ride him into this next week.
Okay.
Because it's Daytona, it'd be a good win for him. It's a night race, and he's riding. Dude, he has been solid this year. 3 or 4 second places, a win. He's the real deal.
Yeah.
And he's probably the 4th most noticed guy over there because you've got Jimmy.
Yep.
You've got Chase.
Yep.
You've got William Byron and Bowman.
Does Hemrick race for
Daniel Hemrick? He's not in the Cup.
He's in
Xfinity. He races for Junior.
Well, who does he race for? Because he races Cup.
Sometimes, yeah, but it's not.
He's not full time.
It can't be for. Hendrick.
Okay.
Yeah, so he races full time. Oh no, he does. You're right.
He does race for Hendrick.
He races for Childress in the 8.
Childress. Okay. Because
he is in the. Duh. Yeah. I should have fucking known that. Yeah. He is in the Cup.
That's what I thought.
He finished 19th this past week. So. Top 4. Here's what it was this past week at Chicagoland. Bowman, Larson, Logano, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson sneaks up there with the 4th.
What a turd. Doesn't do that.
You turd nugget.
Doesn't do that at Dover where he's won 8,000 times. Freaking loser. So probably one of the best races of the year. And if you got a second, look this up. Is this the last Daytona 4th of July race? If I'm not mistaken, I think next year
it goes to the end. Where it's the last race. I think it's the last race before the playoff, which I love. It's going to make it interesting because we know they're going to wreck. It's going to be dangerous, but that's what people want to see.
Exactly,
and it's safe. So,
but it's disappointing because this is such a staple, though. 4th of July Daytona race, it's amazing. So the last few winners in the July race here at Daytona: Eric Jones last year, Stenhouse, who's my and Brandon's pick by the way this week, in 2017, Keslow in 2016. Earnhardt Jr. in 2015 and Amarola in 2014.
Right.
Those are your last 5 winners in the July race. Here you go, though. These are your last 10 winners at Daytona, and let me know if you hear anything crazy here. Hamlin, Jones, Dillon, Stenhouse, Kurt Busch, Keslow, Hamlin, Earnhardt Jr., Logano, Amarola, Earnhardt Jr. Only 2 back-to-back winners there, and one of those guys is retired. Hamlin obviously won the Daytona 500 this year. He won in 2016 in February. He won Daytona 500 as well. So Junior is the only other guy who has 2 wins here in the last 10 races, and he doesn't race anymore. So you're getting different winners pretty much every time at Daytona lately.
And that's typically how it is. I mean, Jeff Gordon dominated here. Dale Earnhardt Sr. dominated here, but only won 500.
Jimmy was pretty good here. He's won the 500 twice, I think.
If you look at
and won July race.
Now, any guy that's been through DEI or Hendrick is good here. The restrictor plate racers. It'll be interesting to see. I think that, like I said, I'm going to take Bowman, even though I had Ty Dillon in here, who's finished 5th and 6th the last 2 years. But something tells me I should take Bowman. I'm going to take Bowman. He'll probably wreck, whatever. But just to give you an update on the standings, Stat Parrot 12.3, Brandon 14, me 14.4, you 16.8.
How many more races until the
Chase? 1. So not counting this week, Or, well, counting this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Jesus criminy. 9 more races?
There's 26, man, before the playoff.
I need to get my list. We're going to have to print out a list of drivers we have.
Right. Well, I have it here. I mean, I have it all in order. So if you start naming guys, I'll start typing, and it'll tell me if I've already have it in this row.
Okay, good.
So here, let me read off what you've taken so far. Okay? Keslow, Kurt Busch, Martin Truex, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, Austin Dillon, Clint Bowyer, Joey Logano, Michael McDowell, Eric Almirola, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, Ty Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse.
Shit.
So I've taken Bubba Wallace, Eric Jones, Paul Menard, Eric Almirola, Kyle Larson, Clint Bowyer, Ryan Blaney, Jimmy Johnson, Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse, Suarez, Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman.
Okay. It's gonna be an interesting last 9 races.
This is what fucking blows me away. Dipstick has taken Jake, Casey Mears, because we gave him to him, Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, Jimmy Johnson, Truex, Newman, McDowell. I still have Newman. Almirola, Blaney, Byron, Bowman, Bowyer, McMurray, who's retired.
Well, he better pick this week, or he's gonna get another shitty driver.
Yeah, and I'll make sure that he does. Oh, that's my last tissue. That sucks. So after this week, we've got Kentucky, New Hampshire, Pocono, the Glen, MIS, Bristol, which who will be there?
We will be there.
4 guys from the 100th episode of the show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yes, it will.
Are we getting that Airbnb?
Or
the hotel?
I don't know yet. I got to figure that out.
I'm going to. Did I tell you yet that? Well, you saw that I switched. Next week we're going to record Wednesday. And then the following week, Tuesday, again, because I have to fly out on Wednesday, I'm going to Boise for 2 more shows. So I get to see the blue turf. It'll be good.
It'll be fun.
By the way, can you take me to the airport that day?
I didn't plan that far ahead, so I'm not going to
It's a Wednesday, and my flight's at 7. So I think it's early enough that I might be able to go.
If you can be up to my place by then, yes.
Well, I'll just go with you from here.
That you could do. You just want me to take you to the airport at 5 a.m.?
That's fine.
Okay.
I have, what do you call it? The
herpes.
No.
Oh.
Thank you, though.
Gonorrhea.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, that's fair.
So
that's curable.
I got to the airport because I have the, I almost said TPC. I'm thinking of golf. I have the pre-check, TSA pre-check. It literally, I got there an hour before my flight, 2 minutes through. Both times I've used it, and I've used it in 6 airports now. The longest I've had to wait is 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's amazing.
Part of that.
It's worth $85. Anybody that listens to this that flies, $85, you can get TSA pre-check for 5 years. 5 years.
That's not bad at all.
Using it one time. I walked into the airport and I had an hour to get to my flight. I looked to my left at Detroit and I'm like, oh, fuck. Because the line, you know how the line goes through that? And then it was down the barricade and wrapped around. And I'm like, oh, shit. And then I read the sign in front of me, TSA pre-check to the right. I look to my right, there's like 20 people there. I'm like, well, this is amazing. Walk in, walk through, right down to my terminal. Got on. And now that I'm getting miles and everything else, it's just been great because it's doing what it's doing. I'm going to take this call. Mommy, you're live on the air for our show.
What?
You're live on the air for my show.
Are you on your podcast?
That would be my show. Bear and I are sitting here trying to do a podcast. We're live on the air. I said my mommy's calling. Got to answer this call.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mommy. You got to say hi to Baby Bear, too.
Hi, baby bear.
Hi, Mom.
All right, I'll let you guys do your thing. I love you.
Love you, too. Bye. So sometimes, this is real life. We got to take calls from our moms. When your moms call, you answer the phone.
That's right.
And that is my mommy. So that's what I did. And thanks to her, I got picked up at the airport. Because you know who was supposed to pick me up?
Probably someone with 2 wings and 2 talons.
Yeah, and no brain.
Oh.
Jackass didn't pick me up. But I knew he wasn't going to pick me up, so I called my mommy. Mommy got me. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure parrots can't drive.
He could Uber.
Well, you could have Ubered.
That would have been an expensive-ass Uber.
Not that bad.
From Detroit? Yeah, probably about $100.
You'd probably do it in like 70.
Really? Think so? Yeah, from Toledo to here, it's like 20.
And from my place, it's like, I think they said it's like 35 or 40.
Here, well, since, we're talking about NASCAR, what do you think's going to happen? How do you think this finishes out? Like the playoffs. Do you think anybody gets a sneaky win? sneaky pick that like anybody you can think of. And while you're doing this, I'm going to try to Uber from the airport to here.
Okay.
And see what the cost is.
No,
so I said 100. You said 70. Let's see how close we are.
I think that there's, these guys haven't quite dominated as much as, Bush, Truex, and Harvick haven't dominated like they have the last couple of years. They've been good, but they have not dominated.
Uber X or Uber XL?
Uber X.
$73.
Told you. Not bad. But yeah, I mean, I think this could go to, it could be someone like Bowman. Like last year, Keselowski got hot for a couple of races and stayed alive. I mean,
Bowman's consistent.
You saw he did what? What do you have? Did he have 2 or 3 seconds in a row? Was it 3? I know it was 2 for sure, but I can't remember if he got
how many seconds. He had 3.
3 in a row, right? Yeah, dude, right there. I mean, that gets you to the final 4. I mean, right there, done.
Well, let's look back at our final 4. So, Brandon had Chase Keslow, Douche McDoucherson, and Joey Logano. You remember who you had?
Nope.
See if you can guess them.
Kyle Busch.
Yep.
Kevin Harvick.
Yep.
I hope I didn't say Truex.
Nope.
Okay, good. Ryan Blaney.
Nope.
Eric Jones.
Nope.
I put a surprise one in there.
No, you didn't.
I didn't?
Keslow and Chase Elliott.
Okay.
I have Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, Eric Jones. I have Eric Jones.
See, I knew Eric Jones was in there.
And then Jake has Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, and
Jamie McMurray.
B2K.
Oh, not Jamie McMurray. Got it.
Not Jamie McMurray.
All right, that's enough NASCAR talk.
It's just nutty. All right, enough NASCAR, like you said. What are we on to? Golf?
I think so.
What happened last week? I know we were at Detroit, that first Rocket Mortgage, first time at Detroit Golf Club, right?
Yeah, pretty much an absolute failure on all ends. I mean, Wednesday they almost struck. They didn't, luckily, but the union almost struck, and they would have had no people to work that. They would have had to find like 100 more volunteers. Luckily, I don't know if they came to terms or if they just said, look, we're going to pay you for these 4 days, then we can talk about it afterwards, but we're going to make this thing happen. DJ, he was there. He didn't look like he was thrilled. Ricky made the cut, but I don't even know where he ended up. The dude that won it, Nate Lashley, is – I don't want to say he's not – I don't like saying people are nobodies because if you win a tournament, you're a somebody.
Is that Bobby's brother?
No, he's white. Not Bobby, Nate. But the dude shot 25 under, and everyone was up there at 18. The cut line was 5 under. The course was way too easy. I mean, 25 under, that's ridiculous.
So did they come back?
I think he shot 63, 67, 63, 70. I mean, great. He played wonderful golf, but I'm just saying, the course was easy. I don't think they'll come back unless I don't know if they signed a contract or how that works. But for a course to play that easy on the PGA Tour, I mean, it's like playing Fallen Timbers, man. I don't know. I watched maybe 30 minutes of golf on Sunday. That was it. I wasn't very impressed. But this week, another new tournament is the 3M Open, and they're playing in Minnesota this week. I think it's TPC Twin Cities or something like that.
Twin Cities.
And it's in Blaine, Minnesota. We're 2 weeks away from the British Open, and that is, I think, starts July 18th. So in between this is the John Deere, which is in Illinois next week, which is a tournament it gets good play. Another easier course, you get a lot of larger ones on. But honestly, I don't know anything about this course. It's brand new. So same thing with the players. Really what you want to do is pick someone who's hot. Obviously we're in July, and next week there's going to be really no big names at the John Deere. I think usually Phil is the biggest name there, and he probably won't play there because he'll probably play the Scottish Open like he normally does the week before the British. So you pretty much get to keep a big name for the British, which is what you want. So this week, not knowing anything, just kind of picking a golfer who's playing well. There are bigger. I mean, Brooks is playing in this. Jason Day is playing in this. Matsuyama, Bryson, Brooks Koepka. But I'm going to go with the kid who shocked the world. I don't know if he shocked the world. He's a good golfer, but a kid from Sweden, I think, played at Oklahoma State. Victor Hovland, I'm going to take this week. He's been playing really good golf since the U.S. Open. He finished, I want to say he finished top 10 in Detroit this last week. I predict another top 10 finish this week for him. When you play a new course and everyone's playing a new course, it's up to the field, man. I mean, you're not playing the Masters where Tiger's played 20 times and knows the course like the back of his hand.
Do they ever switch anything there besides pin placements?
No, it's always. I mean, here and there they might plant trees or take away trees and whatnot, but they rarely make changes that do Augusta. So Victor Hovland this week for me.
Victor Hovland.
And I know Brandon, he texted us earlier, he's taking Hideki Matsuyama. Oh, Mr. Matsuyama.
How do you spell Hovland? Hovland?
Hovland, and actually Victor's with a K, so spell that right, Bizich.
Bizitch.
No, it's a KVI. Victor with a K.
Victor. That's like what they do in Starbucks. It's Victor with a K, so you see KI.
That's exactly what that. Where was I saw that somewhere? I can't remember what the name was, but yeah, I saw the meme. It was hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, so
I'm gonna take Kopeka.
You're just gonna take Brooks?
Yeah, fuck
Not
it.
even gonna save it for the British?
Nah,
probably good. He doesn't play well there anyway.
No, I'm gonna probably go Rory or somebody at the British.
I think that's gonna be my pick at the British this year.
Yeah.
I think they're in Northern Ireland this year, but we'll get there in a couple weeks.
I didn't give the point. So I had DJ and he had Ches Reavie, both missed cuts, and you guys took Ricky Fowler with a 46.
Yeah.
We had a bad week.
Yeah, yes we did. Like I said, it was a weird week. That was
easily our worst week besides when the Canadian Open when we had 3 missed cuts, but I won that week. And then
that evens it out.
Yeah, that kind of evened us out as a half. Yeah, that's definitely the worst we've done. But, we'll see. We'll pick it up this week. We're going to do a lot better.
What are the updated standings?
Updated standings. So I am at 25.6. You are at 33.7. Brandon's at 35.1 and Stat Parrot at 41.6.
Okay.
Wins, I've got 3. You've got 2. Brandon and Stat Parrot each have 1. That's all when we all took Tiger.
Yeah, and I didn't.
And you didn't. And you won with Koepka and Cantlay, and then I won with Rory, Phil, and Tiger.
And I wanted Tiger that week. I think everyone knows that, but my heart was with Tiger, but Molinari was the money pick right there. And
Dude,
I almost got it.
I almost got it. He was there because you finished 5th.
Yeah, week. And it could have been first, should have been second, but yeah, it was 5th. So.
Yeah, he started having his choke problems.
I might watch this week. For DraftKings picks, I would say plug Kevin Na into every one of your lineups. He was. If I didn't see Hovland was playing in this tournament, I would have picked Kevin Na. I think Kevin Na is going to be up there this week. He's been putting really well too. But Rory Sabatini, Adam Hadwin, just guys to fit into your. This is a good week in DraftKings. You don't have to play Koepka or Day or Bryson. Those guys are going to be up there. Play some lower money guys. Charles Howells of the world. Victor Hovland will probably be up there a little bit, but you do something like Charles Howell, Victor Hovland, Kevin Na, fill in with the rest. I think you'll have a pretty good week in DraftKings because I've been doing shitty in DraftKings. So you know what I'm down to right now, money wise?
$3.
69 cents. I will. I literally show you my account right now. That's how bad I've been in DraftKings. Like
I took all the money
terrible.
out. I took all my money out, so all I had was $6. Or no, I had $8, so I could play. Oh
no, I'm down to 44 cents now. Sorry.
So I could play golf and NASCAR. I don't know what I'm at right now. Let me tell you.
I haven't put anything in because I just used the crowns that I've
I'm
procured.
at $58, and I still have a shitload of crowns too. I have 9 tickets and 104 crowns. I gotta have more than that. I have a lot more crowns than that.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Not crowns. I'm talking like the DraftKings coins or whatever they call them.
Yeah, I got 104 of those.
That's it.
I have here. Let me see how many.
Maybe crowns because I have 21,000 DraftKings, but I never use them for anything ever. I just let them occur up.
I don't know how many I have. NASCAR, I keep finishing top 2 because there's always only 4 people.
Yeah, it's starting to get annoying. I'm about done playing in that anymore. I think what I'll do is
make it go to the winner.
Well, I'll just think me and you will just play one-on-one for $5 each week.
Because who else is in there?
We'll make more off of that. We'll just play heads up every week for $5.
All right.
I mean, like Jason plays every week, and
so then just do it with Jason. We'll just do $5 straight up between the 3 of us.
Yeah, and Alan does too. I could probably get him in. We'll just do 4. And we'll just do $5 each.
And winner gets it every time. Yeah, I think that works. That's fair. We enjoy it.
We can do that.
Yeah, just do it $5, and then as long as just set it at 3 or 4 or whatever, and we should be good to go. All right, so let's go on to the next thing. We're already an hour in. MLB updates. So you wanted me to talk about the Yankees and Red Sox over in England, in London. So I didn't know what was going on because I was in Portland, but I saw the score and I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? It's 17-13? What the shit? And I'm talking to my dad, and he tells me that, hey, yeah, the Yankees won 17-13. I'm like, ooh, what? Say it again? He's like, 17-13? That's a thing. I said, okay. How is that possible? And he said, well, the center field fence is 350. I'm like, okay, I can see that. And I think the Yankees did extend their record, right?
I'm not.
I think they're up to 31.
They swept them. I know that.
No, I mean on the home runs. I think they're up to 31 or 32 straight games now with a home run, which when you think about is absolutely insane because they tied the record at like 25 or 26.
Well, yeah, I mean if you're playing in ballparks that have 350-yard fences, then yeah, you should. I could probably hit one out of there.
That was only 3 of the games.
Shit. What's the porches in New York, dude? They're like
317, 318 to right and left.
Should be 360.
But it's like 390. Should be 369.
I like it.
Yes. So they won 12-8. They won 17-13. And then it was only a 2-game series. So that was it.
Oh, I thought it wasn't 3?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I thought it was 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was only 2. Because they were off Friday and they were off yesterday. And I don't know if they're playing today. Yeah, they're playing right now. They're up 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th over the New York Mets. Fuck the Mets. See if they had a home run yet. Nope. Paxton's pitching though, so that's not too bad. But yeah, I mean the series was all right. I mean there a lot of runs. 12-8 and 17-13 is very high scoring. 21's run game, 30 in the other, so 50 runs over 2 games. That's absolutely insane. But you know the Yankees, they just keep winning. They find a way to win. They're getting a lot of guys back. You know they're 6.5 up now on Tampa. The bigger thing here is though they're 11 games up on Boston, 23.5 up on Toronto, and 31 up on Baltimore.
Okay.
The Minnesota Twinnies are 8 up on Cleveland. The Astros are 6.5 up on Texas, 7 up on Oakland. Over to the National League, Atlanta is 5.5 up on Philly, 7 up on the Nationals. Over in the Central, Milwaukee is a game up on Chicago, 3.5 up on St. Louis, 5 up on Pittsburgh, and 6.5 up on Cincinnati. And then out west, this is no contest. The Dodgers, with the best record in baseball, right now, they are 12 games up on the Rockies.
Jesus.
Yes. 663 win percentage. Yankees are at 659. Yankees are 9-1 in their last 10. They're on a hot streak again. Like I had just mentioned, we were talking a little bit about what the scores were and the Yankees lineup. The Yankees lineup now is just kind of ridiculous. They got Didi back, which was nobody really knew, but LeMahieu is their third baseman. He made the All-Star game. He's batting .343 for them right now.
Wow.
Judge, Hicks, Sanchez, Gregorius, Encarnacion, Gleyber Torres, Gardner, Paxton. That's a crazy lineup. And, they don't have Voit right now. Voit got hurt.
Okay.
So he's out. But LeMahieu is leading the league in batting in the American League by 23 points. Rafael Devers for Boston is second. Jorge Polanco for Minnesota, Tim Anderson for Chicago, and Hanser Alberto for Baltimore. Top 5 in the American League. Home runs, top 2 are Yankees, 24 for Edwin and 23 for Gary Sanchez.
Nice.
In the NL, though, best batting average, do you think you can tell me who has the best batting average in the NL?
In the NL?
Yep. There's one I would have went with, but he's second.
Nolan Arenado?
Nope, he's fifth. Cody Bellinger's who I would have said, but he's second. Jeff McNeil.
Who?
For the Mets. Who's leading and Pete Alonso for the Mets is 28 home runs. So you would think, and I was talking to Dan about this, you would think that the Mets would be solid right now, but they are 38 and 47. You know why? I learned about this yesterday. You know how many blown saves they have this year?
6.
31.
Jesus.
The next team has 18.
Ugh. That's
how bad the Mets are. And you're like, you sit here like they got the top guy in batting average. Another guy is the second in home runs with 28, which is more than anybody in the American League. What the fuck is wrong with this team?
So it sounds like they'll be looking for a closer at the deadline.
Oh yeah. So if you look at what they like, this is their last few games. They beat the Braves, and then before they beat the Braves, they lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. They lost 5-3, 13-7, 7-5, 5-4, 6-3, 6-2, 5-4. That's sad, man. That is just absolutely sad. Now the All-Star break is what? 2 weeks? Next week?
Should be 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's in Cleveland, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Jesus.
It hasn't been in Cleveland in a while, so it should be pretty good for city of Cleveland too.
You want some just random news?
Yes.
I just got something. Johnny Depp's attorneys are going to subpoena James Franco. He's allegedly seen in surveillance with Amber Heard, his ex-wife.
Cool.
I think that's fantastic because that's just a whole spree of fuck. Just crazy. All right, NFL. We got anything in the NFL update? You want to talk about Zeke a little bit? He met with Goodell. I
didn't even know, to be honest with you.
So he met with Goodell. Basically said he's got to look out on his poor decisions and what he's been doing. I think he's a targeted person, especially with the bullshit that happened in the past. But he basically said he needs to work harder after poor decision.
I mean, if he wants to hire me, I am up to be his babysitter. You give me like $75,000 a year, Zeke, and I will be your babysitter. I'll make sure you are where you need to be on time and you don't get into trouble.
And, Roger Goodell gave the whole NFL office this whole week off. This week, it's first time under him ever. What do you think about Kaepernick getting the Nike shoe pulled?
I don't even want to talk about it. Don't even care.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But did you see, they already sold many of them.
Yeah.
And they pulled the rest off, but now those shoes are going for thousands. I'm like, damn, I wish I would have bought a couple pair.
I didn't even know about them.
Me either.
He has the Betsy Ross flag. That's cool. That's great.
That is sweet.
But, Kaepernick, like I said, I don't even want to talk about it. Don't even want to get into it. The only NFL news that I had of note was, Kareem Hunt getting back into trouble, allegedly, occasionally, whatever they said. Bar fight, I guess, in Cleveland the other night. They said, though, it was a misunderstanding from what I heard between, they said they thought it was a bar fight, but it was really just an argument between friends, and it didn't really, friends argue.
Was it in Cleveland again?
Yes. Yes, it was. So
stay out of Cleveland, man, even though he signed there.
Yeah, he can't really. He probably lives there. That's where he's from. So I think that, he needs the same thing. He needs a babysitter, too. Stop getting into trouble. Just stay out of it. Go work out or something. Play Xbox. Watch Netflix. Do anything except go to a bar and get into fights with people. How hard is that?
Well, for some people, it's very difficult.
Obviously. I have enough liquor at home. We can just hang out there, chill.
You and Zeke?
Or Kareem Hunt. Doesn't matter.
Anybody. What do you think about Lamar Jackson? Did you see him?
I'm not going to fight him. I get my ass whooped.
Right. See Lamar put on like 20, 30 pounds?
Good. Hopefully he's working on his throwing.
He's the best running back for Baltimore right now.
Yes. Yes, he is. And hopefully he works on his throwing.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. All right. I don't think we have anything else for the NFL. What about, unless you got something?
Nope.
We got some UFC fights this weekend, right?
Yes, we do. Sorry, you caught me off guard with this one. I had the Women's World Cup up, but
what is this, UFC 239?
I think so.
So we can let's go over it. So Francis Ngannou against Junior Dos Santos, which was canceled. So Diego Sanchez against Michael Chiesa. Is that how you say it?
Hold on a second. Let's back up here. Santos and Dos Santos and Ngannou fought this last week.
And Ngannou bought him.
Knocked him out.
Yeah.
That was just this last week.
Do you feel like it got called early?
To be honest with you, I did not see it, but I saw what JDS looked like, and according to his face, I would say that it was not called early and it was a good stoppage because he got beat up.
Yeah, he did.
Ngannou is a monster.
Yes, he is.
Absolute monster.
He a big boy.
Yes, he is.
So, damn. why this stuff's trying to load for me.
Okay, well, so the first fight of the night, welterweight fight, Diego Sanchez, Michael Chiesa.
You don't want to cover early prelims or prelims?
Not really, because I just looked, and I don't. Besides Gilbert Melendez,
Yeah, I was looking at that.
But I don't know
Arnold
who
Allen.
I don't know who Arnold Allen is, so I really can't. I can't give any sort of decent, background to that.
So-
I can click his name real fast and see what
No,
his
you're
record
good.
is.
So we got Diego, the Nightmare Sanchez.
Oh, I mean, he is 14-1.
Who? Arnold Allen?
Yeah.
And
So maybe that will be a good fight.
We'll see.
But yeah, Diego and Michael Chiesa. I think that Chiesa chokes him out.
I think Chiesa's got him too. He's got 3.5 inch reach on him, and then his leg reach is 3 more inches.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're right there. He's more fit, more in shape. Yes, he has a better depending on how you look at it. If you doubled it, he'd be 30-8 rather than 31-11. Both U.S. guys. Chiesa's 6'1", Diego's 5'10". Give me Chiesa here. Give me the Maverick.
Yep. I'm also taking him as well. Like I said, he's going to choke him out.
What round?
Probably the first. Diego's going to come out hot. He's going to get caught quick, I think. I think he'll get caught, dropped. Chiesa takes the back, chokes him out.
I think he gives him in the second round.
Okay. You want to write these down?
Yeah.
Mark, or I didn't know if you had them or not.
Yeah, let me...
Hold on, I got it. Nope, I got a little Post-it note.
you got
right
a Post-it note right there? There we go.
Tiny Post-it note. Hold on.
Give me your tiny Post-it note.
G is you. B is me.
Beautiful.
She is second. She is first. Next fight, Luke Rockhold and Jan Blachowicz. I just couldn't pick someone named Jan to win a fight. Sorry. Both guys are coming off knockouts, but Rockhold got knocked out by a overweight cheater, Yoel Romero, last time in the third round. Luke Rockhold is going to knock this dude out. This Jan Blachowicz, he's old. I think that.
Well, they're 34 and 36.
Yeah, but if you look at old Jan, he just doesn't look good.
Looks rough.
He just doesn't look good. I think that Rockhold knocks him out.
So
In the second.
Jan, what is it, Blachowicz?
Something like that.
So we got both. They're wrestling. They're fighting at 205.
Yes.
6'3", 6'2". Yeah, I'm gonna take the American man.
Luke.
Give me Luke. I don't know, man. That's gonna be tough though,
I said second round knockout.
because he could submit him too. I'm gonna say second round submission.
Okay. Sub KO. What'd you say with Chiesa?
Second round
Second round what?
choke.
Okay. Choke. Sub. Like a sandwich. All right.
Like a sub sandwich.
Jorge Masvidal, Ben Askren. This is going to be a good fight. Both guys are...
Isn't his name Funky?
Yes. He has the afro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not a total afro, but big Jufro pretty much. But yeah, Jorge Masvidal and Ben Askren is going to be... This fight, maybe like 5 years ago, would have been a title fight. Absolutely.
Right.
Both guys are pretty beastly. Both guys are wrestlers. But Ben Askren's undefeated. So
What's his record?
19-0 and 1 no contest. And he's coming off of a win over Robbie Lawler, which was absolutely surprising that nobody saw coming. Robbie Lawler is an absolute monster, and he choked him out. I don't think Jorge Masvidal stands a chance. Masvidal, I think he came off 2 losses and then knocked out Darren Till, who is also old though, but he lost to Stephen Thompson, Damian Maia. Damian Maia is an old-ass man. Stephen Thompson.
Masvidal's a decision fighter.
Yeah.
And Ben is like, he's a mix of all three. I mean, he can go KO, he can go submission, he can go the distance. But I mean, his average fight's only 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that Askren, I think he takes him down quick. I think he submits him. I think he'll have another submission under that. And he should get a title shot if he does beat Jorge Masvidal.
I think he's got it in round 1 submission. You?
I'm going to go round 1 also.
Submission?
Yes, sir. Sub. Ben first sub. Co-main event, Amanda Nunes, and Holly Holm. I don't even know how Holly Holm got back to a title shot. I think that Holly Holm gets knocked out fast.
Oh, I do too.
I like Holly Holm. but I just don't think that she is going to be able to stand what Amanda Nunes is going to do. She had one, I hate to say lucky, but she had one lucky head kick on Ronda Rousey and ended that hype train. No one saw that coming. Then she lost the next 3 fights, beat Beth Correa, lost to Cyborg, and beat Megan Anderson in decision, and now she's got a title shot.
But she's rated the number 1 for women.
Yeah, I don't
And
think so.
Nunes is rated number 6.
Yeah, I don't see that. I think Nunes, she's won 8 straight. Also beat Rousey. She beat
Cyborg.
Yep, she beat
knocked
Cyborg.
her out in 50 seconds.
Yep, she beat Cyborg, and she beat
Pennington.
Valentina Shevchenko, who also because Holm lost to Cyborg and Valentina, and obviously Nunes beat her twice. Actually, she beat Valentina twice in the last couple. UFC 196 and UFC 215. So yeah, I'm going with Amanda Nunes here. I think she's gonna knock her out. Let's go second. Well, no, you know what? No,
I'm going 1.
I'm not. I'm going to say decision because Holly Holm is tough. I'm going to give her that. Holly Holm is very tough. So I'm going to say Nunes wins, but it's going to be she's going to dominate this fight. They go the 5. Amanda Nunes maybe 50-44, 50-43. She's going to beat her up.
Right. I hope in the main here, Bones Jones and Thiago Santos. I hope Bones Jones is just on another level than anybody. I think he wins here, but I hope he doesn't look past Santos. You know what I mean? He's got some knockout power.
He does. And Santos, his last 3 fights have come by win of knockout. Knocked out Eric Anders, knocked out Jimmy Manua, knocked out Jan Blachowicz. He's fighting on this card, funny enough. But he also lost by knockout to David Branch. And unfortunately, looking on this list of guys he's fought, there's not a lot of big names on here.
Dude.
He knocked out Nate Marquardt, but that's Nate Marquardt's past his prime. He lost to Gegard Mousasi, who's probably the best fighter he's fought. Anthony Smith, who John Jones, I think, fought at one point and put up a good fight, but John Jones whooped the shit out of him.
Bones Jones has an 8.5-inch reach.
Yeah. I think that this fight, I don't think he's going to overlook him, but this is the thing, is that when Jones does this, he likes to, screw around with these guys, you know? And when you do stuff like that, you get Anderson Silva. So, Anderson Silva was a monster, and he starts screwing around, and what happens? You get knocked out. So hopefully he doesn't do that.
What happens in your rematch? You break a leg.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was bad.
So, I think John Jones is going to win this easily. He should absolutely manhandle him. I think he does. It depends what Jones comes out, man. If he wants to come out and just end this, I think he can. If he wants to come out and get a good workout in and play with the dude for a little bit, then end it.
I think he does. I think he goes the decision, but I think he wins handily.
Okay. I'll give you the decision here. I think that Jones taps him out. I'm going to go 3rd round.
Okay. I'm going to go, I think they go all 5. Just because, I think he's going to do it. He knows he can beat this guy. He just can't get caught with the fist to the face. That's it.
Can't get caught with the cocaine.
The cocaine.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about something else. The cocaine. Yeah, so that'll be Saturday. It'll be a good card.
So, for those that are listening, it is the 4th of July. The U.S. women's soccer beat England, so they're on to the final.
Yes.
The World Cup.
This is Christian Press scored in the 10-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the United States women have scored in the first 15 minutes of every single game in the World Cup so far. Talk about taking an early lead. How about that? Rapinoe didn't play the whole game. She was have hamstring soreness, tightness, hurt. It's still the semis, so it had to be pretty hurt for her not to play. But it's good. Rest her up for the finals. We already told her that, we already told you guys that they won 2-1. England did tie it up, though, in the 18th minute from Ellen White, who is the Golden Boot leader. She just took the lead back on that. That was her 6th goal. Obviously, Rapinoe has a chance to take that.
Golden Boot.
But it looks like it'll probably stick with Ellen White. And then, I'm sorry. Alex Morgan scored her first goal since the opening game and retakes the lead of the Golden Boot. That's funny. I should have just kept reading. So maybe she'll get it then, since she has one more game to play. But she scored in the 30th minute off of a cross. United States went up 2-0. It was 2-0 at halftime. And then in the 68th minute, England scored, but they reviewed it, and they were offsides by like a half a foot, so they took the goal away. And then in the 83rd minute, the English team had a chance to tie the game with a PK, and
Penalty
it
kick.
got stuffed.
Damn.
The United States goalie, Alyssa Naher stuffed it. I got it with her feet. Great save. Saved, obviously, that. Saved the World Cup for them, because who knows what's going to happen, as they go further into the game and go into extra time or PKs or whatever the hell was going to happen. That was great. So the United States women advancing to the finals, second year in a row. So hopefully they win. Obviously, I think the game is Sunday at 11 a.m., I want to say, is the final.
Who are they playing?
Well, the Netherlands and Sweden play tomorrow, which, obviously everyone will be hearing this Thursday. But they play tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I don't know, honestly, I don't know enough about either team. So I'm not sure, who has the advantage there. But if I had to take a guess, since we might as well just pick this, I'm going to go with Sweden, because they normally have a lot of hot blondes.
I was going to take Sweden too, because a friend of mine who I do shows with, she is from Sweden, and she works for Jeff Dunham.
Nice. And you know what, as they say, was it Austin Powers Goldmember? They say you don't.
I like gold.
Well, he doesn't like the Dutch.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like people who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
And the Dutch.
Which is fantastic, because that's people who are intolerant of other people's cultures. Dude, it took me like 20 times watching that movie to finally get how funny that was.
The Dutch.
So, yeah. Obviously, we're rooting for the United States women. Take home another World Cup. That would be awesome. Maybe the men could pick it up and do something. I know that they won in whatever thing that they did against Cocos and Caracas or Curacao or something like that. But they're winning, so that's a good thing. It's a lot better than it was a couple of years ago. So hopefully they keep it up too, and then maybe in 2024 they'll make the World Cup, or 2022, or I think it's 2022 is the next one.
Right.
I think the Women's World Cup are after the men's, so it should be
Is it every 3 years?
No, every 4 still.
So it'd be 2023.
No.
The men.
Yeah, the men. So the men would have.
Did they just play last year?
Yeah, I think they would have.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I know they didn't make it last year.
Or was it 2? I think it's every 2 years or something. Wasn't it 17?
I think they play right after.
Do they?
Is what I thought I saw. So hopefully the men make it in 2022. That would be great. So they can get back in the World Cup and we can cheer for them for 3 weeks.
So since it is the 4th of July, and this is what we're going to do our On This Day about, because it's 4th of July, even though it's July 2nd for us. Before we get into that, we got to preview the greatest sporting event that takes place on the 4th of July. Can you tell our fans about that?
I know that's your favorite of double fisting wieners. Hot dogs. Nathan's hot dogs. You'd be good in that event, I bet.
No, it's Brandon's event, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. I mean, I don't even need to preview it. Joey Chestnut, there's my pick. Done.
Joey Chestnut.
Done.
Is Kobayashi back?
I don't know.
He'll still lose. Last year he set the record. Do you remember how many Chestnut ate last year in 10 minutes?
69?
No.
72.
74.
74.
That's hot dogs. Now, people, I want you to realize something. This is hot dogs and buns. 74 in 10 minutes. That's 7.4 hot dogs in 10 or every minute.
I could probably eat 7 hot dogs without the bun in 10 minutes.
Oh, I could eat more than 7. Not wieners, hot dogs.
I'm just
Give
saying.
me the Rudy's hot dogs. And, dude, I'll even eat the chili sauce. Give me the chili sauce. I bet you I could eat, like, with the chili sauce, I could probably eat 7 of those with the bun. 10 minutes.
Or would you dip it in something?
No, I'd just eat it with the chili sauce.
Oh, okay.
Dip it in chili sauce.
All right. What would your drink be?
Oh, water. Dude, it has to be water. Like, you mean if we were doing this contest and we had to dip it in something?
Water?
Probably water.
Yeah, probably. I think, though, if I was
go milk.
If I could just...
Could you see Brandon?
Oh, he would.
It's not a donut, fuckhead.
Well, no, he'd have a Miller Lite is what it would be.
He'd be dunking his hot dogs.
Dip these in Miller Lite. I'd probably go iced tea.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I could do that. Some Arnold Palmer, maybe even.
No, I think I'd have to go unsweetened iced tea.
Ah, it's not bad.
Because it's kind of like water. But it'd be delicious.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
With some Crown Peach in it.
With some Crown Peach. So he's won 8 straight hot dog eating contests.
Mm-hmm.
So I think right now, actually, it's 8 o'clock. It's almost 9. We missed it. The 30 for 30 was called The Good, the Bad, and the Hungry.
Yeah, I saw that. That was on at 8. I'm sure they'll replay
His
it.
rivalry with Kobayashi and 30 for 30 treatment was today. It'll be
Hopefully
replayed.
they replay it before the hot dog eating contest. Because 2 or 3 years ago, they had it on like ESPN3, and no one watched it because no one gives a shit about ESPN3. Then last year, I think they put it back on ESPN. So they
if they would have put it on the
this year.
ESPN 8, the Ocho, they would have been all right.
Well, that's true, but White Goodman was too busy on that channel. So
White Goodman.
that was his name, wasn't it?
And Michelle.
Michelle.
This is Laser.
No one makes me bleed my
Blade.
blood.
Blazer.
God, Ben Stiller is great, isn't he?
Dude, it's been so long too, man. So
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Joey Jaws, man, he got that. This is from a long time ago when he was a kid, basically. Now he's beating Kobayashi. So they have dominant streaks that probably will never be broken. Cal Ripken Jr., 2,632 consecutive games played. Brett Favre, 297 games played. UConn women's basketball, 126 regular season wins in a row. Boston Celtics, 8 straight NBA titles. Jimmy Johnson, 5 straight NASCAR titles. Joey Chestnut, 8 straight Nathan's hot dog eating contest titles. Nobody's going to beat him.
No. I mean, none of those. None of those.
How much
records
weight
will
do
be
you think he gains in the 10-minute contest? It has it right here.
What does it say?
24 pounds.
Jesus. Can you imagine that dump afterwards, though? Oh, my. That would be like the most fulfilling thing ever. You'd be
A
on
24-pound shit.
You'd be on that toilet just blowing that thing up.
I know. You just want to ask him. I wonder if they have that in the 30 for 30, how bad that shit is.
I would. If they did a 30 for 30 and didn't ask him that, then whoever did that stupid 30 for 30 should get fired from ever doing a documentary ever again.
So, how is the shit on the end? Do you enjoy it? Is it fun? Is it
What's
plentiful?
the longest time you spent on the toilet, Joey? That would be my question.
Hour and a half.
Well, I mean, I do that too, but
I couldn't do that.
I get
Does
like
your ass stick to the fucking seat?
once the legs start to go numb, it's time to get up. Well, see, that's the thing is I like to play my crossword puzzles in there. It keeps my brain motivated, and I can't do it.
Are you
so
sitting
I
there
have
with your pumpkin, your friend, the pumpkin, Blumpkin?
No.
Blumpkin the pumpkin?
No, I'm not. I just sit there and I do my crossword puzzles.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have to keep my mind sharp. That's how I keep my mind sharp. I do crossword puzzles.
Me too. I swipe right and left.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could do that if it's just like a word crossword puzzle.
Well, I do.
Just like, what's the word?
Right.
Sloot.
To the right. Down on slut is the one down.
They like to go down.
Yeah. What's another name for a tool used in the backyard that is useless? A hoe. What is a hoe?
What is a hoe, Alex? Oh, wrong game.
He overcame cancer.
I know.
Stage 4. Unbelievable. That's what happens when you have money.
What did he do? He did. Oh, he won an Emmy. That's what it was.
Finally. He very rarely.
He should have
gets
won
it.
an Emmy back in the '80s for that awesome stash that he used to have.
Dude, he rocked that stash.
Yes, he did. How many mustache rides do you think Alex Trebek gave?
Oh, a lot.
I would hope so.
Yes. 69.
I would hope.
How the hell did we make this episode an hour and a half?
I don't know. What happened?
I don't know.
We'll make the wrestling episode
It's
like
probably
10
because we
minutes.
carry this fucking show.
That is true. Yeah, you don't have Brandon here going. So, yeah, the Cubs, they're in
Well, it's
second.
more like this. So the Cubs, they're doing pretty well.
They're in second place. The Cubs are in second
Yeah.
place.
Did you see that fight the other day?
I didn't watch the NASCAR race because
So on NASCAR,
it was on. I had to go to dinner. I couldn't see the.
You know, you're still more clear
See
than
the
he ever
race.
is, right?
Yeah, I know.
So
Stand
I'm
up.
talking into my mic. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I know. Brandon, it's called talking into your mic. You can do it.
talking into my mic.
That's what he says when he turns
I'm
his
always
head.
talking into my mic.
Always.
I always talk into it. Thanks, Brandon.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, so 1919, Jack Dempsey beat Jess Willard in the third round in Toledo, Ohio for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Really?
Yes. 1919.
So it was probably at the sports arena.
Probably. Oh.
On July 4th, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
1919.
That's awesome.
That is pretty awesome. All right, let's keep going. Jack Dempsey, again, 4 years later, beats Tommy Gibbons on points over 15 hard-fought rounds in Shelby, Montana. Probably at their sports arena.
I bet you that's worse than Toledo, Ohio.
Right. 1939, Lou Gehrig, first MLB player to have his number 4 retired on his appreciation day at Yankee Stadium, makes iconic luckiest man on the face of the earth speech. 80.
I am. Okay, I'm done.
Luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Yes. Until. Never mind. I'll stop right there.
Lou Gehrig made his own disease. Was
that
that a Family Guy episode?
Aha, I got this. He drops it.
Oh, shit.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, 80 years, though, since that speech to the day. It's crazy.
Well, until 2 days.
Well, we did say it's July 4th when people are listening to this right now.
Yeah, I know, but...
For us, it's, okay, in 2 days.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so let's skip some shit that nobody cares about. Yankees outfielder Mickey Mantle hits 3-run homer versus Washington. 18th MLB player to hit 300 home runs. 1960.
All right.
Crazy shit.
I like it.
Nolan the Ryan fans read Cesar Geronimo to become 4th pitcher to 3,000 strikeouts in 1980.
Okay. Nice. Good for him. Good
Wimbledon, John McEnroe ends Bjorn Borg's streak of 5 straight Wimbledon titles.
Bjorn Borg. That was it. That was my best.
Bjorn Borg. Jimmy Connors beat John McEnroe for the Wimbledon title in 1982.
Johnny Mac.
Dave Righetti no-hits the Boston Red Sox at Yankee Stadium in 83.
Nerds.
Oh, God, man. Kobe Bryant is arrested in Eagle, Colorado for sexual assault. Remember this? 2003.
This was on the 4th of July?
Yes.
I remember it, but I don't remember it being on the 4th. I knew it was a summer.
Holy shit. Sri Lanka sets new ODI cricket record score. What was the score?
69.
To what?
68.
No. 443 to 9.
Ooh. Do you think that everyone got really mad because they kept scoring instead of stopping?
443. Holy shit.
I could do that.
Oh my gosh, that's absolutely insane. So, all right, birthdays. So if he was still alive, happy birthday to Al Davis.
Really?
Yep.
It's my late grandmother's birthday, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Al Davis would have been 90.
I think she would have been 87?
Oh, man.
That's a lot of math.
And this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man would have been 89. The boss, George Steinbrenner.
So Steinbrenner and Al Davis.
2 crazy motherfuckers. Same birthday, 1 year apart.
I'm watching Seinfeld again and going through, and I love how they do the Steinbrenner on that. Always have.
It's Larry David.
Yeah,
you know that?
It's amazing. Yeah. I just love it, though, because it's always in the back, and it's just
and
great.
it's Larry David. You never see him.
Mm-hmm.
Larry David, who people don't know. If they don't know, he wrote the show. Genius. Curb Your Enthusiasm as well.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy. Great. He's just funny as shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if Larry David's birthday was July 4th.
No shit.
I don't think it is.
All right. Other birthdays on this date. Nothing really nothing really here that is a big deal, honestly.
Okay, that's good.
All right, so let's go to, there was a wedding on this day. David Beckham, when he was 24, married Victoria Beckham.
Posh
Spice, 20 years ago.
Oh!
Shut up. Is it today?
Today, July 2nd.
Is
today.
Larry David's birthday?
Yes, today is Larry David's birthday.
That's fucking hilarious. Are you
not?
serious?
July 2nd.
Yes.
Today. How fucking crazy is that?
That's fucking hilarious.
Dude, that's wild. I'm happy I looked that up. Happy birthday today.
Larry David.
The actual day we're recording Larry David, not the day we release this. That is
Make
hilarious.
sure you tag him in this.
That is hilarious.
Oh, God. So happy 20-year anniversary to Posh and David Beckham.
Are they still together?
Yeah, 20 years.
Oh, good for them.
Chad Ochocinco wed his basketball wives TV personality Evelyn Lozada 7 years ago.
That lasted 15 days.
Billy Joel wed equestrian Alexis Roderick, who was 33 years old at the time. He was 66. Oh, man. That is crazy that his birthday's today. And can you believe this, dude? 10 years to the day, Steve Air McNair killed.
Really?
10 years. Unbelievable.
It's on 4th of July, too?
Yeah, man. Absolutely insane. So, this was fun without the guys here. Long episode, hour and 40 minutes. That is longer for us. So, thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter. It's Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, Brandon over there. We are happy to get our shirts in. Got the orders in. Anybody that's going to partake with us on the 100th episode is going to walk away with some shirts as well. Some regular shirts. We're going to have regular shirts for us, too, that just has the logo on the front and our names on the back and our numbers.
You got to bring markers, Sharpies.
Yeah, we do. And I got to see what color that scoreboard is so we know what color Sharpies to bring. Thanks, Brandon. We're looking forward to it. Sean, Crandall Squad Lawn Care, or 30-6, who's going to partake with us. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Sean. 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not Timorosa, Romania, or something like that?
Yep.
All right. Thank you. And thank you to Verizon. Thank you to Cassandra at PNC. And, of course, last but not least, Ben Meyer, Yart Chrysler, Jeep Dodge Ram. Thank you, Brandon, for not showing up. Thank you to Jake for not being here as well. We had a much better show, I think, today. We got a lot more covered, a lot more time. We had a fun time. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I got to go take a piss test.